these are my very incoherent ramblings right now. I have not written any of this down. It's been in my head for so long. Anyway, I am a Sonic fan, if you can tell. I'm a very big Sonic fan. I love Sonic. He's just a cool little guy. I recently played my first Sonic game, Sonic Adventure 2. I've been a Sonic fan for a very long time, but I've never been able to get any of the games. But I got Sonic Adventure 2 and Sonic X Shadow Generations, and I love them. I'm really bad at them. So, Sonic 3 was very good. I enjoyed it. I could nitpick it a bit, but honestly, all my nitpicks aren't about the movie itself, aren't about the quality of the movie itself. It's just me being a fan and being like, I wonder why the Ark wasn't in space. I wonder if they'll do Black Doom. It's just stuff like that. It's like, it's unimportant. It does not affect the quality of my viewing. It's just so, it's not needed. Like, Sonic 3 was a good movie. I'm not here to review Sonic 3 or anything, but now it's like, oh, what are they gonna do? I hope they make this into a franchise. The next movie is going to be based on Sonic CD, right? But I don't think we should get our hopes up. I think the Sonic movie is turning out to be very different, which I like. I would be upset if they just did one-to-one adaptation. I'd be like, what's the point? I'll just go and play Sonic Adventure 2 if you're just going to make Sonic Adventure 2. But no, I enjoy what they're doing. I feel like if you're a Sonic fan and you watch the movies, there feels like a big lack of characters, which obviously they're working on, but it just feels so empty without all the other characters. But I hope we get to them. That is about that. So I wanted to talk about what I want for the Knuckles Season 2. I enjoyed Knuckles Season 1. I kind of skipped through it a bit. I enjoyed the Wade musical episode because, I wonder why. But yeah, I enjoyed that. I think I saw it behind the scenes, and the puppets are so cool. I want those puppets. I'm gonna make a Shadow puppet sometime, but like, I want those puppets. Anyway, so Knuckles Season 2, Shadow TV series, and Sonic 4. I'm unsure what order these are coming out. I know that Sonic 4 is coming out in like 2 years, but I don't know if the TV show is gonna come out before or after that. I hope before. I know that's a bit tight, but I hope before, because then we can kind of establish things, because I hope we get some more characters in Sonic 4. Now the Shadow TV series, I'm not sure if that's an actual thing. I don't know if that's actually going to be made, but I feel like everyone's saying it's going to be made, so I'm just guessing it's going to be made, and we can talk about that. Anyway, I'm starting off with Knuckles Season 2, because I feel like I have the most ideas for that, and I have the most concrete ideas for that. Anyway, Knuckles Season 2. I hope it'll be fun. I hope we keep Wade. I really hope that they're not like, oh, everyone hated Wade, let's get rid of Wade. No, I hope they keep Wade. I also think Knuckles might be in it more. One, because everyone was upset. I was fine that Knuckles, I thought he was in there a fine amount, honestly. But bigger budget, I think, because Sonic 3 did very well. I think they will give Knuckles Season 2 a bigger budget, so I think Knuckles may be in it more. Which I don't mind, honestly, but I'm excited because I think that we will get Angel Island. No, okay, I don't think that. That's what I think should happen. I think we should get Angel Island in Green Hills. That's what it's called, right? Green Hills, Montana. That's so confusing. Like, they didn't have to call it Green Hills, because then it's like, okay, but what is the place that's going to grow up called now? If this place is Green Hills, is that also Green Hills? Anyway, no, just ignore it. So it's confusing for me to talk about, because when I talk about Green Hills, I'm talking about this random place in the US. I'm not talking about Green Hill, but I'm talking about Green Hill. Anyway, I think they should find a location in Green Hill, like maybe like Wade buys like a bar or something, and they name it Angel Island, and that's where he protects the emerald, the Master Emerald, because he was just on a rooftop in Sonic 3, but I feel like they should like get a place and name it Angel Island, and then it kind of acts as a pseudo Angel Island, because the movies are very different. And I think it'd be cool if Angel Island wasn't an island, but it's like a place in Green Hills. And then I was thinking, because I read one of the IDW annuals, and it was like Knuckles had gotten like some echidna artifacts from Amy, and he was putting it back in its place in Angel Island. What if part of Angel Island, like a bar or something, part of it is like a museum where they put like all the Angel Island artifacts? I think Knuckles Season 2, I think it's going to be more about, I need a bit more of Wade being a guardian to the Master Emerald, because I feel like they didn't really touch on that much. Like, I feel like the point was that he was being trained to be keeper of the Master Emerald Protector, but they didn't really do that much. I think that's what I feel. Maybe to you they did like amazing job, but I feel like they didn't do much. But I think it would help tie into Sonic 3 as well. We need Wade to get a bit better, because clearly he's not the best. Well, obviously it's gonna be hard to fight against Sonic, but I feel like he could have tried harder. I'm sorry. Yeah, and I saw someone mention, like Chaotix could be in Knuckles Season 2, and I think that'll only happen if we get it before the movie, but I'm unsure. And that makes sense, because the Chaotix introductory game was Knuckles and the Chaotix. So yeah, that would make tons of sense. And the person who I was watching, they were also like, because Sonic went missing at the end. I'm confused about the timeline, because does the end credits of Sonic 3 happen right after? Like, has it not even been a day since the Eclipse canon? I hope it's been like at least like at least a week. I feel like we need at least a week, because then these other TV shows, they won't have like the time frame to happen, if that makes sense. But anyway, I think okay, listen, hear me out. I think Rouge in Knuckles Season 3, Rouge steals the Master Emerald from Angel Island, and Knuckles and Wade find the Chaotix, and then Chaotix is like, bet we can help you get this Master Emerald back, because we're detectives. And so Knuckles, Wade, and the Chaotix, they try and find Rouge and the Emerald, which will tie in with the Shadow TV series, because then Rouge will also be in that show. Do you get me? Yeah. And then for Sonic 4, we will already have the Chaotix and Rouge, and we won't have to introduce them. And maybe Omega. Maybe not. Okay, maybe not. But we will have them, and we won't have to introduce them. And then we'll have like so many characters. I feel like I'm so big brain. I'm so genius. But also I feel like this won't happen. But it's okay. It won't happen, but it's okay. Okay, and then Shadow. Okay, for the Shadow TV series, firstly, this is very wishful thinking, because firstly, I don't even know if this show is going to exist. But also, you know what I need? So, for Knuckles, right, we had Wade because budget and stuff. And also, I think we just needed another character, honestly. I don't think it was just budget. And it makes sense to expand on Wade, because Wade was a comic relief character that everyone liked, and so he had no building up. So like, you could do anything with his backstory. You know who else is a character that everyone likes and has no backstory? Agent Stone. Okay, hear me out. This isn't just because I like him. Okay, Agent Stone, firstly, he's reeling after the third movie, right? Okay, you know what he has in common with Shadow? They both just lost a Robotnik. Yeah, because to Shadow, Maria only died like a week ago. That's sad to think about. But it's like, yeah, they both have a lot in common. And then also, it's like, Agent Stone, we literally know nothing about him. Like, he's an agent, right? He's literally called Agent Stone, but what is he an agent of? Like, he's not an agent of the government, I don't think. But, listen to this, I'm so smart. What if he was an agent of Gun? Yeah, right. And then Shadow is like, he needs to go to Gun, like, kind of in the Shadow Beginnings, like, short film that they did, where he goes to Gun so he can get in a ship up to the Ark. He needs Agent Stone because he needs to go to the old. He needs to go up to the like wreckage of the Eclipse cannon. I don't know why, but hear me out. And then, so Agent Stone helps him get into Gun, and then guess who else works for Gun? Rouge the Bat works for Gun. And Rouge meets Shadow and Agent Stone. Okay, wait, also I need to explain myself. So, Team Dark, right? Team Dark in Sonic Adventure 2 was Robotnik, Rouge, and Shadow, right? But, well, Eggman can't really be in Team Dark, can he? So you know who can fill that spot perfectly? Agent Stone. Yeah, like, this is so smart. And then it's like, then they meet Rouge, and then it like ties into Knuckles because Rouge has the Master Emerald, and Shadow's like, what are you doing with that? And then she like, I don't know, maybe she breaks it up and we get the emeralds, and then Shadow finds them, and then he uses Chaos Control or something, because did he use Chaos Control in the movie? I feel like he didn't. Maybe he doesn't know how to use Chaos Control. So like, they use Chaos Control, and then the Shadow TV series needs to also be about like Shadow's backstory too, because he doesn't know it, we don't know it. Black Doom, I feel like they won't do Black Doom. They won't do Black Doom, because it also doesn't make sense, because like Black Doom's big thing was, oh, Shadow's an alien, but they're all aliens, so it's like, I feel like they won't do Black Doom. And also Gerald Robotnik didn't create him anymore, so it's kind of, I feel like they have to do something completely new, but I have no idea what it will be. But Gun probably has lots of files on Shadow, so when Shadow breaks into Gun, he also like gets the files on himself, and like, I don't know, he has to try and figure out where he's from or something. But also he's still sad, because again, Maria only died like a week ago for him. Like, she just died. Like, it's been 50 years, but to Shadow, she just died, and I feel like we don't get that enough, because like in Sonic 3, it's like, yeah, he's kind of sad, but it's like, she just died. Like, he acts like he's been grieving for a while, but like, he hasn't, she just died. I feel like we need to go into that. Anyway, this is if it happens. I don't know if we're getting a Shadow TV series. And then, okay, so if Stone's in the Shadow TV series, I feel like he didn't make Metal Sonic. It also wouldn't make sense, because if the post-credit scene happened like right after Sonic 3, then Stone would not have time. Also, he doesn't know how to do that, okay? Maybe Robotnik made that while he was like, you know, not doing anything, because he had like 2 years of not doing anything. He probably made something like Metal Sonic, like the plans for Metal Sonic. And then someone found those, and they were like, Metal Sonic, this sounds great, I'm gonna make this. But then I don't know how Metal Sonic and Amy interact. It's okay, we don't have to think about this. But anyway, it's like, what was I talking about? Metal Sonic. So, but I think they will, maybe Stone makes Omega, or like Omega was another thing that Robotnik made, he had the plans for, but then he like died before he could do it. Or I think Gun confiscated all of Robotnik's plans after he died. This is Eggman confiscated all his plans, so they have the plans for Metal Sonic and they have the plans for Omega, and then they like make Omega, and maybe they make Metal Sonic, and so they make Omega, and then when Shadow breaks in, he finds Omega, and maybe he fights with Omega, and then Omega like crashes out, and he gets like his like some kind of chip broken, because okay, I have to be honest, I haven't played, is it Sonic Heroes that Omega gets introduced? I feel like, so I don't actually know how Omega defects, like I forgot, I should probably do research, but I'm just sitting down and yapping this away right now. But this is the movies, it doesn't matter what they did in the games, but like Omega, like Shadow makes him crash out when they fight, and he like wrecks something in his programming, so then Omega's like, oh, I hate robots now, I'm gonna kill them all, and Shadow's like, bet, that's what I want to do too. So then we have Teamed Up, we have Rouge, we have Stone, we have Stone in the place of Eggman, we have Shadow, and we have Omega, and it's like perfect build up for the next movie. And then also maybe we learn all of Shadow's origins, maybe not, maybe that's something we go into in Sonic 4. Oh, also I forgot, how is Shadow alive? No, like he's alive, but what happens to him? I feel like he just wanders around for a bit, and then he finds like Stone, and he's like, help me please, I need to find out everything, because I just died, and I just like, anyway, it's funny because I have so many plans for the shows, but honestly I have no idea what they'll do for Sonic 4. No idea, because it's based on Sonic CD, right? But we don't have Eggman, we don't have Robotnik, so it's like, what's gonna happen? Who made Metal Sonic? Like, I'm genuinely really curious about this. Who made Metal Sonic? Because like, so far Tails and like Knuckles, they've come from other planets, but Amy just appears through a portal. So like, is she from another planet too? Is she from the future? Maybe Metal Sonic did kidnap her. He kidnapped, because I still want him to kidnap her, because I heard someone say that like Metal Sonic, because he thinks he's the real Sonic, he kidnapped Amy thinking he was saving her from the fake Sonic, which is Sonic. And I think that's really cool, because we need Metal Sonic character, okay? I love Metal Sonic. I still need him to kidnap her, but then maybe she like smacks him with her Pico hammer or something, and then so he has to like, she like escapes, and then he's like angry at her, so he makes this like army of Metal Sonics, and they go after her. So then she starts fighting them, and she like travels through the portal, and then she ends up in, was it New York? I think it's New York, and Sonic's there, and he's like, what are you doing? And she's like, oh, you look like this guy who kidnapped me. And he's like, oh, no time to talk, let's fight. And they like fight, but then like something happens, and time stones, I think something with the time stones, and okay, I'm sorry, Silver fans need to stop. He's not gonna be in the movie. It's okay. It's also not gonna be Year of Silver. It's okay, guys. It's okay. Silver's not relevant. I'm sorry. Anyway, got that out of the way. Time stones. So maybe they like something happens to time stones, and Sonic and Amy, they get like, they have to go back. Maybe Sonic goes back to when Longclaw died. I feel like we need to do that, because Longclaw, I'm sorry, I don't care. Like, I don't care about her. We need to develop her, because like, it's so annoying. Like, Knuckles will be like, oh, my entire clan died, and I had to stand back, and my entire race for like years and years have just been fighting this war that hasn't been going in anyone's favor, and they all died, and they just left me, and I've been alone since I was a child. And then Sonic's like, yeah, you know, Longclaw, and it's like, I don't care about Longclaw. Also, she literally killed his family. Why are you using her as an example? Anyway, and then Shadow's like, Maria, and she died a week ago. She got shot. Well, she didn't get shot in this, but it's okay. She was the only thing I ever loved. She was my entire life, and she got shot by these corrupt people, and that was 50 years ago. But for me, it's only been a day. And Sonic's like, yeah, you know Longclaw, and it's like, I don't care. Sonic, please shut up about Longclaw. I need them to develop either develop her in Sonic 4 or just forget about her, okay? I don't need Longclaw mentions. I hate Longclaw. I'm sorry, I do. Like, and she's just an owl. Like, they didn't even try and make her look like a Sonic character. She's just an owl. I hate her. I hate Longclaw. No Longclaw in Sonic 4, please. None of that. Unless you can fix her, leave her out. Yeah, so I honestly have no idea what they're doing in Sonic 4. I feel like they need to give Tom and Maddie something to do. Like, they gave them something to do in the movie. In Sonic 3. Like, and that was cool. And Tom got, like, punched. I love that. I love when Shadow tried to kill Tom. That was great. I feel like in this movie, though, they need to realize we have jobs and lives we need to do. So they either go to two extremes. They either go all in and they're like, let's quit our jobs. We're just gonna do this all the time now with these little animal things. We're just gonna kill people with these little animal things. I don't know. Or they go, Sonic, this is an intervention. We can't keep on doing this. We have no money. We're broke, Sonic, because we have to keep on paying for you to like run around. We have to pay for flights to like Japan and New York for you, so you can like punch other animals. Sonic, we can't keep on doing this. And then Sonic's like, you guys just don't understand, and then he runs away. I don't know if this happens before or after. Maybe like he comes back with Amy and he's like, we have another person, and they're like, we can't pay for 4 children, Sonic. 5 if you make Shadow come back. And then he like gets all upset at them, and then they explain to him, they're like, you're our child, right? You guys are literally like basically our biological children. You're like our children. We're treating you like children, but we can't like keep on like doing this because children also need to go to school, and you guys aren't going to school. You guys are stupid. And children like and they're just, I feel like I don't need this, but I also need this. I need Tom and Maddie to realize that they can't keep on doing this. I need them to either find a way to keep on doing this, because like Gunn can't fund them. Gunn hates them now. Well, they did save the world, but like, who cares about saving the world? Sonic does that all the time and people still hate him. So I just need them to talk to Sonic. I need some conflict between Tom, Maddie and Sonic. Like, not the cliche one, but I need them to be like, Sonic, we need to pay our taxes. Sonic, this isn't economical. We can't do this. And Sonic's like, I don't know what that word means, because I don't go to school. And they're like, exactly, Sonic, we need you to go to school. And because also, every single movie, Sonic does like this big event where he like tries to kill Eggman or something, but it's like in between that time he just does nothing. Like, what is he doing? Nothing. He needs to go to school. I need a Sonic goes to school arc. Like, honestly, I don't have any plans for Sonic 4. I just need Sonic to go to school. I need him to do something, because Longclaw clearly didn't raise him very well. I need Sonic goes to school. I need Tails to go to school. I love Tails. I need Tails to go to school. Tails needs to do something. Like, he does things, but it's kind of sad, because like Knuckles gets his own show, and Sonic, well, these movies are all about him, but Tails, like, even his introduction was kind of overshadowed, because like it seems like he was going to be a big part of the movie, because he was like he was in the post-credit scene, and Knuckles wasn't. But then it was like, no one cares about you, Tails. But Tails is so cute. Is it cause I don't know, like, Tails is literally, it's a 3-member team with 3 members, and somehow Tails is not treated. I feel like this isn't just Sonic to the movies, to be fair. I feel like this happens all the time, in merchandise especially, but like, guys, please, just because Tails isn't voiced by like some famous actor doesn't mean you have to do this to him. Please, just Tails, more Tails. The people need more Tails, and by the people I mean me. Like, I kind of hate Tails because his levels in Sonic Adventure 2 are really slow, but like, I feel bad for him. The other day I was like, I hate you so much, Tails, and I was like, wait, no, baby, I'm sorry. I love you now, Tails. I love you. It's just you and me against the world, okay? Everyone hates you except for me. Shadow hates you. I need more Shadow and Tails beef. That's what I forgot to say. Yeah, that's what I forgot to say about the Shadow series. Another thing Stone and Shadow have in common, they just have one-sided beef against the members of this team. Like, Stone hates Knuckles rightfully, and Shadow just has this beef with Tails. Like, I would too, but please be nice to Miles. Be nice to Miles per hour. I hate that, Miles per hour. Do they call him Miles in the movie? Does he say that his name is actually Miles per hour? I should have watched the movies before I did this, but too bad. I feel like he does, but it's not important. Hi, I'm Miles per hour, but everyone just calls me Tails. Why does he like being called Tails? Isn't that like what the bullies called him? Didn't they call him like a freak? Like X-Men freak Tails? Why does he use that name? It's also like not a very cool name. Like, I'm sorry. 9 is cool. Tails, read up on your Japanese mythology. Like, honestly. Yeah, 9 is cool. I hate Sonic Prime, but 9 is cool. I think Sonic Prime. Why'd they name it that? It's like the drink. I hate the drink too. But anyway, I feel like Sonic 9, the character from Sonic Prime, can die. Like, he can never come back again. But they should make another version of Tails with robotic Tails called 9. Like some kind of kitsune Tails. Anyway, I've talked for too long and this is not relevant anymore. But I really hope they do that with the Knuckles TV show. I really hope they make Angel Island. But it was so rude and chaotic. But also, they probably won't. But a girl can dream. Let a girl dream. Sorry about the new voice quality. I lost my computer. Well, I didn't lose it. I know where it is, but I can't access it right now. And also, I'm randomly really sick, so that's great.
But I remembered, I was like, oh, you know what makes even more sense why the Chaotix should be in Sonic 4? Both of their introductory games featured Metal Sonic as the boss fight, and I'm counting Sonic Heroes as one of their introductory games because it was the first time they were in 3D and it was the first time they were really the proper team, because Mighty was part of their team in Knuckles and the Chaotix. Sorry Mighty, I do not think you're going to show up in any of the Sonic movies. You're just not relevant. And yeah, so it just makes sense for them to be in the movie because they were both in games that featured Metal Sonic as the boss fight. Which, leading into that, in Sonic Heroes, Metal Sonic was the boss fight and became Neo Metal Sonic, right? And I think they're gonna do Neo Metal Sonic in the movie. I just feel like they will. But I hope that he starts off as just normal Metal Sonic. We just get normal Metal Sonic without voice lines. I really like when he doesn't have voice lines, because it's just, you get to see the hatred and resentment bubbling over in him, but he can't say anything about it. He can't speak. He has no mouth. It's like that thing, I have no mouth and I must scream. He has no mouth and he has all these things he wants to say, but he just can't. He just stands there. So I really like if he doesn't have voice lines, or like some other media he's been in, his voice lines are very, very few and far between. Like, he has a few programmed voice lines that he can say, so he can only repeat like the same 3 things over and over, and it's all he can say. But then Neo Metal Sonic, I'm guessing he will have a voice actor if they do Neo Metal Sonic, which I'm fine with. I just want there to be a period of time where he's just Metal Sonic, and I want to have that before he transforms into Neo Metal Sonic. And I think they will do more stages after Neo Metal Sonic, where he goes into his other stages, and I think that'll work. I just think they should leave it until the end for him to transform, because I just prefer it that way, because I really love Metal Sonic and I just want him by himself for the start. So Amy, I'm actually really unsure about how they'll characterize her, but I am hoping that they get a proper voice actress, because they already got Keanu for the last movie. They don't need another big name. Like, I don't need them to go and get a really big name, but I honestly don't know who would voice her. I just want her to have a proper voice actress, because also Amy's voice, I hope she has a more high-pitched voice. I prefer it that way. I like it when she has a high-pitched voice. But also with Amy, they can really do anything with her voice, because unlike some of the other characters, her voice has fluctuated a lot over the years. Like, compared to the original 3D games, her voice in like current 3D games is really different. So they can do anything with her voice if they wanted, because there's not really any guidelines for her voice, and I don't think anyone will be too upset no matter what route they take. But I would like if she had a higher pitched voice, just because I like it. I think it's cute, and I feel like women with higher pitched voices are often taken less seriously, so I think it would be nice if they gave her a higher pitched voice. I don't know if anyone really agrees with me on this, but I'm kind of disappointed about Amy, because I just feel like she should have been here earlier. Like, I don't really think it makes sense to introduce Knuckles and Tails without her, because she's so early on from the games, and also she's in basically every story, and I think it's strange that we got Shadow before her. Like, I understand that Shadow's a popular character, but I just think it's strange we got Shadow before her, because Amy's story is important to Shadow's story as well, and I think it's just strange, because also it means for 3 movies we just had basically an all-male cast, and that's fine, honestly. Most Sonic fans are misogynistic men, but I'm just disappointed that we couldn't get Amy sooner, but I am happy we're getting her now. Sounds a bit whiny saying, why didn't we get her sooner, but it just felt like she could have been there in the other movies. And I know one of the biggest problems with Sonic, one of the biggest complaints, is pacing, but I would have liked to get her in there in maybe the second movie, and especially since there aren't really any other female Sonic characters for them to introduce other than Rouge. Like, I hope they introduce Rouge. They're not introducing Blaze. Blaze, again, with the pacing, Blaze is not going to fit into the plot. They're not going to go, oh, let's just go to an alternate dimension for a few seconds to get Blaze, because Blaze isn't really necessary for any of the plots that Sonic could take. We don't need Blaze, so we're not going to get Blaze, because Sonic they already have like so few characters. They're not going to try and make room for obscure. Blaze isn't obscure. Blaze, but like compared to some of the other characters, she is, and they're not going to try and make room for her. Yeah, they're not. So it would just be good to have Amy sooner, because the only other female character we could get is Rouge, and there's like no one else we could get. I am kind of scared for the Chaotix though. I'm kind of scared about what they will look like, because it's just, they're not the same as other Sonic characters in the fact that Charmy's a bee, Esprit is a chameleon, and Vector's a crocodile. So it's like, I don't know how they'll translate the designs to CG. I hope they don't go really detailed. I hope they don't try and give them like really detailed scales and stuff, because that will look weird. That'll look weird. But honestly, I just can't imagine a way for them to look good. But to be fair, if you asked me, if the Sonic movies didn't exist and you asked me what Sonic would look like in CGI realistic, I wouldn't be able to tell you either. I think they will be able to do it. I just don't know if they want to. That's the only reason I'm unsure about the Chaotix ever even appearing. Do they want to have to make these new designs? Do they want to? Because general audiences don't care about the Chaotix. So should they try and make these designs fit really well? I don't know.